Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for a re-review, and this is for the final Marathon Studio album that I'm actually going to be re-reviewing this album for Halestorm's Vicious. I know I reviewed it back in like summer of 2018, which was July 27th, I believe. You can check out my other review if you want to, but yeah, this one's going to be a little different this time because I've got a different opinion on this album now for Hailstorm Vicious. So I'm going to discuss what I'm going to be talking about in this re-review on what songs I know I've listened to and what I just listened to again for this re-review and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this re-review video. Now, sorry for the repeating myself a bit in the beginning of the video. I didn't mean to. But yeah, what did I think of this Hailstorm Vicious album? I think it's better than Into the Wildlife, that's for sure. Much better than that. Black Vultures opens the album up pretty good. I wasn't sure if I liked how Lizzie Hale was singing Black Vultures circling the sky, or that weird voice she's singing, uh, the way she's singing it. I don't know. I had a bit of cringe at that point, but Skulls was a pretty good song. The heaviness in Skulls was really good, but it's a song I gotta listen to a few more times to see if it grows on me or not. Uncomfortable's a banger for sure, even though it talks about sex and all that stuff. Buzz was not my favorite song, to be honest. It felt like it was just dragging on, and the way Lizzie Hale's singing Buzz, I don't know. I'm just not feeling for this one. Do Not Disturb was, it's a pretty popular song off this album, but not my favorite one, to be honest. I think when I did review the actual album review, I thought this song was great. Now I'm a little hesitant on liking this song, Do Not Disturb. I know it's a sexual song, and it's not that, it's just the way that Lizzie Hale is singing the song. It just bothers me for some reason. It it doesn't sound like their style mostly. But yeah, Conflicted was mm, it was okay. It was a fine track. It just one of my least favorites too. Killing Ourselves to Live was a banger. I really enjoyed it. I really like Lizzie Hale's really high pitched vocals in that song. It sounds really good. Heart of Novocaine was an excellent song. I really liked the acoustic guitar work in the song. Painkiller, even though there were moments where I thought the song was going to disappoint a bit, it actually didn't. It prevailed to be a very good song, so that's a uh good effort on making this song pretty good. White Dress. I know when I actually fell in love with this song with the ohs, with how Lizzie Hale is singing that lyric or that part in the song. I really love that part. It's probably still my favorite song. Vicious was very good, and so was The Silence. I was trying to actually find the last two songs, like, what is it? Nobody and Letters, the bonus tracks, but I couldn't find them, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just review the regular edition the way it is. But, mixing and production wise, this album didn't do so bad. It did pretty good for what it was going for. There's a bit of sexualism in some parts in this album. Just depends on the song that you're hearing. But Do Not Disturb really went to that sexualism kind of song that they were going for. So I'm like, it's kind of cringy. But yeah, uh, Conflicted was not really my favorite song, to be honest. I think it was one of the weaker songs out of the three. And the other 9 songs did pretty well. So, yeah, overall, I think Hailstorm's Vicious album that I'm re-reviewing did pretty good. Um, it is better than Into the Wildlife, even though that was the most experimental album that they tried going for. I hope they don't do another experimental album when the new album comes out in 2022, which Back from the Dead, I heard a lot of good things about it. Um, which I already did hear the song, so it is a banger. And yeah, I didn't see the video for Back from the Dead, so I definitely got to watch that music video. But yeah, Vicious was a pretty good album. The final track, The Silence, was really nice with the acoustic guitar in it and how Lizzie Hale's singing the song. It sounds really nice. So it closes out the album pretty fine. So for a score, I'm gonna give what I think now of Vicious, the Halestorm album. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. This was a pretty good album. Close to what I did originally give it, which was a 9 out of 10, but nah, this was a pretty good album. Uh, I brought it down by point 0.5, cause one, I just, there were some songs I wasn't feeling for in this album, like a couple, I think only 3 songs, and that was Buzz, Do Not Disturb, and Conflicted, and I gave those 4.5 out of 5s. They weren't my favorites. They were fine, but nothing fantastic. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was listening to this Halestorm Vicious album again. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Halestorm Vicious re-review that I just did, and if you've listened to this album. I know it's been out for a couple years now. I just wanted to re-review it while I was doing the Halestorm Marathon album reviews. And they're a pretty good band, just Into the Wildlife was not for me, to be honest. That's where I stopped listening to them after the strange case of. I just stopped listening to them, and I just wasn't feeling for Into the Wildlife. So when I did hear Into the Wildlife, I was like, this isn't that good. It's okay, it's just nothing special. Uh, the only song I liked was I Am the Fire from that album, and you can definitely go check out my album review I did for it a couple days ago, which, yeah, I think you might find it enjoyable. If you did like this album review, sorry that I keep dragging this review out as long as I can. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for Iron Maiden's Senjutsu album review. I might have it as a premiere for tonight. I gotta listen to the album again. But if I don't have it at midnight tonight for the premiere, it's gonna be sometime around close to the morning time, to like 5 or 6 a.m. is when you may see it at the latest. But I'll try to have it out by midnight tonight for the Senjutsu album review, which I did hear it today, and I got not it. Well, I can't tell you what my initial thoughts are on it until I do the review, because I don't want to give you guys any false hope if it's good or not, and make you think that it's not that great. But I thought it was pretty good. But that's just my opinion. But I hope you enjoyed this Halestorm Vicious re-review that I just did for you guys. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Definitely stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon in my Iron Maiden Senjutsu album review, which it is probably going to be for a premiere, so I'll try to get it out as quick as I can. I got to listen to the album again just to rate the songs, so it's going to take me like an hour and 20 minutes to get done with it, so I'll definitely see you in my next video.